You think you could be a royal guard? Well, you're wrong. You check the duty board, confirming every post, relief time, and ceremonial assignment before the guard assembles. The night commander briefs you on unusual noises, visitor activity, weather issues, and anything requiring continued attention. In the equipment room, you inspect uniforms, radios, gloves, and ceremonial items before they are issued. You lead a concise briefing, assigning positions, and reminding everyone that routine duty still demands complete concentration. Before deployment, you check posture, turnout, and confidence, correcting small details without humiliating younger guards. The first section marches toward the palace gates while you monitor spacing, timing, and awareness from the side. At the entrance, you confirm that sentries understand access restrictions, deliveries, and procedures for requesting support. Tourists gather quickly, so you reposition guards and barriers to preserve safe, clear pedestrian routes. A child waves excitedly, but the sentry remains composed while you continue watching the surrounding crowd. A radio call reports an early delivery vehicle requiring verification before it can approach the palace. You coordinate with security staff, checking the driver's details and directing the vehicle into a holding area. Noticing one guard struggling in the heat, you quietly arrange relief before concentration begins to deteriorate. Your attention moves between gates, rooftops, crowds, and guards, searching constantly for anything outside the normal pattern. The ceremonial change begins, and you supervise timing, movement, and crowd boundaries without taking center stage. A subtle signal corrects one marching error, allowing the formation to recover without attracting public attention. Afterward, you briefly debrief the section, praising strong performance and addressing the mistake while memories remain fresh. Back inside, you record the early delivery so the next shift receives facts rather than rumors. Another radio call reports a visitor crossing a barrier for a photograph near an active sentry. You intervene firmly but calmly, guiding the visitor back without turning the mistake into a confrontation. The morning continues through repeated post checks, ensuring guards remain attentive during long periods of apparent inactivity. At midday, you rotate meals and rest breaks without leaving any palace entrance understaffed. Your own lunch is brief, eaten beside paperwork while you review several afternoon schedule changes. A scheduled motorcade requires route controls, so you position guards and rehearse the timing over radio. The vehicles pass within seconds, despite the preparation occupying a large part of your afternoon. Once the route clears, you restore normal access and help confused visitors return to their routes. Heavy rain suddenly reduces visibility, so you issue weather gear and warn guards about slippery stone. A sentry reports an unattended bag, and you establish distance while specialist security staff assess it. The bag belongs to a distracted tourist, but you document the response because consistency matters. Later, you inspect storage cabinets, keys, radios, and sensitive paperwork, ensuring everything is properly accounted for. A younger guard asks about staying focused, and you explain that alertness requires deliberate observation. You lead a relief patrol through service corridors, courtyards, and staff entrances, hidden from most visitors. At each location, you speak with workers, because familiar staff often notice changes before security teams. The afternoon crowd grows louder, so you adjust barriers while preserving a completely clear emergency route. A protest begins outside the perimeter, and you coordinate neutrally with police while maintaining normal guard duties. You remind the team that personal opinions must never interfere with professional responsibility or public safety. As daylight fades, you plan evening coverage and identify posts needing extra lighting or supervision. You conduct another uniform inspection because standards cannot decline simply because most tourists have departed. The palace becomes quieter, yet delivery doors, staff exits, and vehicle gates still demand careful attention. You brief the incoming commander on crowd pressures, weather changes, incidents, and guards requiring support. Before leaving, you check the team personally, ensuring fatigue, frustration, and minor injuries are properly reported. Your final task is rebuilding tomorrow's rota after one guard becomes unavailable for the morning shift. You leave later than planned, passing ceremonial spaces that appear effortless only because unseen work supports them. Outside, the next watch begins marching, and responsibility quietly transfers from your team to theirs. Life as a Royal Guard sergeant means managing people, risk, and routine while always appearing completely composed.